There are times in your life when it's really cool to be spontaneous or even wait until the last minute. But guess what's not cool? To do that when it comes to retirement. You're going to want to be ahead of the game. So making sure you're ahead of the game. Joining us every Wednesday morning for your Retirement Coffee Talk is George Fossing of North Star Financial and Retirement Planning. George, of course, is a financial advisor and retirement planning strategist with more than 23 years experience. And he's also the popular radio host of Stop Worrying, You're Retired. So, George, I know some people in my family are a little bit more spontaneous. Some of us are a little more like, let's play it cool. I want to plan.
Okay, you being the planner, being the mother, and the kids, let me guess, are the spontaneous
Oh, yeah, they're
ones?
like, yeah, and the husband, he's like,
You've told me about him.
Tomorrow.
Let's go.
Yes.
So I love it.
He's ready, but he's also, he says he can be spontaneous because he is planning, and we are thinking about
Oh,
retirement.
I love that. He's right.
Yeah, so it's like, okay, we can kind of do both.
Right.
Is that the way we should be thinking of things?
I think to a certain degree, sure.
Okay,
Yeah,
all right.
I'm all, you know, I do planning.
Yeah.
So what's planning? You know, basically taking the data that I get in from people and listening. You got to be a good listener in our job, and find out what their goals are, what they're trying to accomplish, what their fears are. They're pretty common, those fears, and really how they picture their retirement. So I know people that have called in from the program are either in retirement or approaching retirement, and so two different phases of there. I tell people, I said, do you ever fly? You fly? I bet you do, you know, being a movie star and everything.
Oh, yeah, you know, just, private jet all over the place. Yeah.
It's like a glide path.
Right.
If you come in nice and soft, a good pilot, they bring it in nice and slow like this.
Right.
Have you ever been on one of these?
Yeah, it's really scary.
It's terrifying.
I don't like that.
Yeah, it's not fun. Yeah, sweaty palms and everything. So you want to avoid that at all costs. We're dealing with the stock market right now. It's a little precarious, I would say.
Okay.
A lot of mixed signals out there. People are nervous, understandably. They should be. This is, for most people, they've never had more money in their lives than they do right now, and they want to protect it.
Right.
And why do they want to protect it?
Because they want to keep living on it.
Yeah, they got to live. Somebody's getting ready to retire. They might have 25, 30 years in front of them of unemployment.
Right.
Well, you got a Social Security?
Yeah.
That's kind of nerve-wracking.
Nerve-wracking.
So it's really important you put a plan in this. And so what does a plan entail? We do tax planning. We want to get people as close to the 0% tax bracket as possible.
I like that.
The sooner we can get on that, the better. It gives us more options. So that's a big deal. More money in your pocket, less than the government's. It's a winner.
I like that.
Not be subject to having a lifestyle change because of the stock market. You don't want to be, you become a grandparent, which is like the coolest thing.
Right.
Grandmothers out there visiting the grandkids. You don't want to have the conversations, hey, you know, son, daughter, I can't come out and visit. I got to wait for the market to recover.
Yeah.
It's just awful.
Right.
It doesn't need to happen either. It's something that you can plan for and get in front of it. Have a bucket of money available, have some cash set aside or an account that's not subject to the turmoil of the stock market, which you can dip into and use. So if the market goes down, you can recover, wait for that to recover, and you have your standard of living in place and ready to go.
What about people that live paycheck to paycheck there and they're like, I don't know where I could pull more money from? Can you help people that have that kind of thinking maybe find other spaces?
Well, the paycheck to paycheck, it really depends. If it sounds like, you mean if they don't have money or they haven't saved?
Yeah.
They're kind of in a hard place. So we have to really, with my position, we really have to deal with people that are already saved or getting there. And that way I can help manage that. The biggest thing, I learned with this with people with money, it's the happy retirees and the people that are nervous.
Yeah.
Yeah. The unhappy people let the money manage them. The happy people manage their money.
Yeah.
It doesn't dictate the terms of their success or anything. It's simply a tool to be utilized. And you want to keep that money where, you know, I'm the master of it, not the other way around. And that's something you can only accomplish through planning. Either that or you just have a ton of dough and you just can't spend more than you need. Sorry, I don't have a lot of those folks out there.
Yeah.
Most people have worked hard, they've saved, they've put away, they've helped out with their kids' colleges. It's their turn. It's their turn to enjoy.
Right.
And you got time on your hands and you want to do your traveling, you want to see those grandkids, things you want to do, and not worrying about money is just paramount. It's the way it should be. And I've seen people walk in that are nervous. I've seen people walk in very comfortable. They just want me to check and see if there's another set of eyes on it. But having somebody who's impartial to the situation where, you know, people don't come in to tell me, you know, hey, this is what I need to hear. I have to tell them what they really need to hear.
You don't have to agree with me on that. You know what I mean?
Exactly right. Like, they can do that, look in the mirror and tell you.
Exactly.
So really going in there and saying, listen, we use numbers. I plan for the worst, you know, hope for the best.
Right.
That's good planning, by the way, not
Yeah.
the other way around.
Right.
And make sure my clients don't get hurt. Make sure their families don't get hurt. They don't get blindsided. In our business, it's gotten so complicated. There's more moving parts than ever before. And the old adage, you don't know what you don't know. We have to tell you what you need to know and how to plan for that. Once you put that plan in place,
You can sleep good,
Yeah,
and we're
it'd be
helping you
great.
get
There you
that
go.
plan
It's not-
every Wednesday, George. Thank you so
Thanks,
much.
Megan.
Great advice. So get your retirement ducks all in a row and in plenty of time with George's great offer. Call the number on your screen, 864-309-8146 for your complimentary 1-hour review and consultation. George and his team will sit down with you personally to determine where you currently stand and build a plan that will have you timely, on track, and make retirement as smooth as possible. That number on your screen, 864-309-8146, and be one of the first 5 qualified callers with an IRA, 401k, or other retirement investments. Give George and his team a call, 864-309-8146.